0 deep pause. Stop. Button.
Okay, I'm doing another recording using Recorder HQ this time instead of a live video. Yeah, I'm going to get an orange juice. A real big one, real big cup of orange juice. I don't care what any bastard says. If I want orange juice, I will have it. How it is. It is just how it is going to be, and like it or not, that's what's happening. Yum, I love orange juice, yum. 3 litres of the shit, yum. Yum. Okay, right. What was that? Oh, I got orange juice on the chair. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's disgusting. That's gross. That's yuck. That's disgusting. That's just fucking terrible. It's just shocking. Oh God. Oh fuck. I can't believe I spilled orange juice on the chair. I spilled shit everywhere. I cleaned it up so. Anyway. Oh my God, I can keep laughing all day. I can keep laughing all day. Oh God. Oh fuck. Okay. Before I really bloody laugh myself to death.
WordPress, Combat, YouTube. YouTube, cast, button.
I'm going to go and react to some old videos from years ago.
Cast, video, search, your account,
So
button.
go to my
Your account, close, account, my channel, button. Cast, back, cast, video, search, more action, Super Michelle DJ, uploads, public. A little rant, no views, upload, Super Michelle DJ, upload, a little rant, I like being able to cook independently, no view, a little, uploads, public, uploads, back, button, upload, cast, video, search, more action, date added, newest, button. Selected, date added, oldest, button. Back, button, uploads, preparing, bus stop, traveling, about to go out, 9, preparing lunch, my budgie playing with the Pet Shops budgie, 67 views, 3 years
This
ago,
one
public,
is live.
2 minutes, 32 seconds,
Awesome.
button. Video player, heading. Video player,
happened
video
2
is
years
loading,
ago.
heading.
This is just freaking awesome.
Then it will tell me what
Stop recording video, button.
Voiceover's turned on. I'll turn off the speech for you if you need.
Stop recording video, button.
Oh, I don't know. I've got to turn off the what am I saying? Recording it. Yeah, but I've got to turn off the so that Sadia can use his phone properly. Oh, so you mean it's not working? It doesn't work the way a sighted person uses it. No, it doesn't. Okay. He's really trying to get away with something.
Video player. Video
I
is
sound so terrible. I don't know what's wrong with me at the time, but like my throat sounds horrible, and I was like, what?
Are you running away, Angel? Angel does not want to play with Sunshine.
I shouldn't be laughing, but I was like,
Sunshine's loving
why do I
this
sound
play.
terrible? I shouldn't laugh like that. I should not be laughing at myself. Like, oh, this is embarrassing. The buttons are playing, and that's the good part of the video, but it's so embarrassing listening to myself. Oh, geez.
It doesn't really matter because I can put on a long video on YouTube.
I can't even have a drink of a mug.
Angel hiding there. Look where Princess is going. Angel.
That's my support worker who I used to have when I was in Cairns.
I don't know how to be a man. This is how
I
birds
used to have a
breed. They
support
go
worker
after the males
in
and they
Cairns,
fall
and
because the male
she's
gives up
really
on
nice.
My bird in a way to give up too. I don't know what she thinks of me, but I'm doing to her what she's doing to Angel, you know what I mean? You keep going with the bird, regardless. How do you turn
one face, 0 faces.
Oh, no, turn off the speech synthesizer and I'll let Sadia use it how
Stop recording video. Button. Viewfinder. Viewfinder. Image. Voiceover off.
I've got it turned off so now you can use the screen to turn it off.
Video player. Collapse video. Button. My budgie playing with the pet shops. Selected. Close.
Okay,
Button.
that was just hilarious.
Actions event. A test recording after. My budgie playing with the pet shop.
I used to have a little budgie called Sunshine, and she was a female, and what I didn't realise is that some female budgies can be really, really aggressive at the time. But anyway, I then discovered that cockatiels can be aggressive as well, but they're not as bad as the budgerigars because it's just the nature of the budgie. The budgie and the cockatiel are similar, but the cockatiel is more, maybe not docile, because they can be very aggressive like budgies, but not as much. So they're more friendly. Maybe a little bit more docile, but they're more friendly in that they can be very aggressive, but they just aren't. Like, if they're biting at you and things, you can teach the cockatiel through some kind of gentle exercise that it doesn't have to bite. Whereas budgerigars are more difficult because they're smaller than the cockatiel. They're more difficult to train because of the delicate structure of the bird and their heads. Their brain structure is kind of different, so they don't learn to be friendly as well as the cockatiels do. So the cockatiels start out aggressive, and unless they've been really cruelly traumatised, they turn out very friendly after a while. But the budgies are just naturally, I'm aggressive, so if you fucking want me to be nice to you, man, you need to be really, 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 really spoilt. That's just how budgies are, and then they don't learn to be friendly anyway. Some of them do, some don't. With cockatiels, you might get the occasional stubborn bird that is really doesn't want to know you, which you get in most bird flocks. A lot of them are friendly to you, but some of them are like, just get out, go away, piss off, you know. So, anyway, my budgie's name was Sunshine, and I couldn't keep her, so I ended up, well, replacing is a pretty strong word, but I replaced my bird with a canary, which I wish I had some videos of him, because I know I can't see him, but like, the canary's name was Whiskey, and he was so cute. I had him for like nearly 9 weeks before he went to my support worker, who was on that video. And the next day, this is like 2 weeks before I moved. No, 2 weeks. Oh, what am I saying? This is like a few weeks before I moved to Brisbane. I hate it when stuff gets caught in my throat like that. Yuck. Ooh. Anyway, the bird was transferred to my support worker, and the very next day it died. Poor little canary, he was so lovely. He was very skittish, flighty, very frightened, very, you had to be careful with him, and he started to get used to being cleaned, with his cage being cleaned, and he had a routine where you put him in a little pet carrier, you cleaned out the cage, you took him out of the pet carrier, and you and you let him into the cage, and he'd be a bit upset for maybe an hour. He wasn't happy, and then he was fine. But near the end of his short life, unfortunately, poor bird, they all pretty much die straight away if you don't look after them carefully. Poor bird. Anyway, near the end of his short little life, he started to get used to being transferred to the pet carrier to have his cage washed, being put back into the cage, and his time of being upset and frightened was shortened, from an hour to maybe half an hour, and then it was 20 minutes. So near the end of his life, I'd go to clean the cage, and within 20 minutes he was up and running around again, flying around. The canaries don't run, they fly. So he loved his big, massive cage. It was like a inside aviary. It was huge, just for one bird. Because canaries need flying space. They're flight birds. They can't have small cage spaces. For a tiny bird, they need miles of space to fly. They can't have closed-in areas because they die easily in a closed-in environment. So they need, like a wild animal, they need a lot of space, like lots of space. This is where people think, a small bird only needs a small cage. No, because they need to fly. They need a flight area. So if a canary needs a cockatiel cage to live in, just imagine a bloody cockatiel cage is too small for a cockatiel, and it needs time out to fly around outside the cage, whereas a tiny little canary can't fly outside the cage, because if they do they'll get lost. So they can fly out, but they'll get lost and may never find their way home again. So they need as much space as possible to fly around in a cage that is very spacious, because they're not the type of bird that you would let fly around in a house, because the place is too dangerous for them. They can get caught in a fan or in an electrical socket, their little feet, they can get caught on a lot of things and die suddenly. So they need enough space to fly around in without being let out of a cage. So, that's the whole thing with the birds. And if you hang them outside in their cage, they can't be let where other birds are, because the birds will attack the canary, because canaries are prey items for other birds, which is really sad, but it's just how life is. So,
a test recording after a long absence. 2 views. 1 year ago. Public. 5 minutes. 51 seconds. Button. Chit chat over a feed. 2. Contemplation and soundscape. Loading up my new chest of drawers. 2. Preparing my slow cooker. Loading up my new chest of drawers. 2 views. Preparing my slow. Friend's place. 8 view. Getting ready for breakfast and using my Audio blog, 10 views. Getting ready for breakfast and using my new microwave, 9 views. 1 year ago. Recorder HQ. Friends Place, 8. Preparing my slot. Page 2, page 1 of 8. App switcher.
Well,
YouTube. App switcher. WordPress.
there's no other videos for me to react to so far. There is that really long video of me going to the bus stop, like me going to the bus stop with my guide dog Troy. I think a few months ago when I started reacting to that video, I was only on 6 gig of data per month, so I was on data restrictions, whereas now I have a lot more data to work with because of my new plan. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. So I guess that's it for my video of I should say audio recording of me reacting to a video, because you know, there's no other videos that I significantly must react to or need, have a desire to react to on Recorder HQ, besides that one that I did a bit of a review on when I was taking my guide dog to the bus stop and we went to the shops to have coffee and that. I'm not getting another guide dog. I think there's a lot of hassle in getting used to the dog and getting the dog used to you and everything. I don't need another dog, So, there you go. So pretty much all I need to do is move on and do more recordings and make more YouTube videos. I'm not one for making what am I trying to say? I am not one for making videos because it's like too much. So
Amazon. In iCloud.
Oh,
WordPress.
dear.
167 new items.
fucking iCloud for.
Combank. YouTube.
Anyway.
Recorder HQ. WhatsApp. Recorder HQ. Recorder HQ. Settings. Pause. Stop. Button. Stop. Button.
I don't know what else I'll be recording at the moment, so I am going to upload this now to YouTube. And, well, as always, have a good one until next time I come back on.
Stop.